Ah, cards. If there's one universal game, I would have to say it was played with a deck of printed paper, and we all know those as cards. Now, what we're going to talk about tonight are your favorite card games, what you like about them, what card games you don't like, how often you play, with whom you play, and all that. But first, maybe a little magic trick, right? All right, I want you to pick a card, any card at all. This one? No, this one? Okay, right here. All right. Now remember what that card is. Okay, I'll put her back in the deck, and we will find out what your card was right after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Video Call-In Show. That show that invites you to be a live guest. That's you right there, to be a live guest on this program to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. We do this 5 nights a week, every Sunday through Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, joining is real easy. All you've got to do is point your browser to zoom.us. It's right there. Click on Join Meeting, and when it asks for it, enter in that meeting ID number. You will come up to my green room, and I will bring you up one at a time, first come, first serve, for about the next hour, which is how long I'll be here. And I, by the way, am Jim, your host of the Video Call-In Show. Welcome, everyone. What we're going to do tonight is a little bit lighter than our normal subjects. I just want to know what your favorite card games are. What could they be? Oh, I'm going to tell you a bit about mine, but I'm really interested to hear about yours, because cards are such an integral part of our life. We don't even think about it, but we do play a lot of card games. I happen to be a euchre nut. I mean, now I'm from the Midwest. As you can imagine, that would classify me a euchre nut by default, I think. I want to know if anyone out there is as a euchre nut as well. Card, I wish I had Michael Jordan rookie card. Yes. Drone King says he's been here 24 hours since the last one was canceled. Yes, I am sorry I had to cancel last night's show. I wasn't feeling that well. I'm not feeling extraordinarily well tonight, but I'm pushing through the pain, if you will, and I got so much shit going on, trying to get through that. But by the way, that was no magic trick. Oh, I don't do magic. I do not do magic. Strip poker. Oh, that was for my son. How you doing, Champworks Garage? By the way, welcome to the show, Brad from Drone Kings in Darwin. How you doing, Brad? Viewed this. Poop nuggets, whatever that means. I hope that's not a card game, Tony. Yes, Grandma Deb makes me watch. How you doing, Adam? Good to see you as well. I don't want Tony's reviews to see. I'm not sure. Jelly Duck 100, how are you? Hello, JD Tremaine. Good to see you guys. And of course, my son, Champworks Garage, on with the strip poker. And hello, Jim from Above and Beyond Drones. Welcome to the show, guys. Now, by the way, if this show is your cup of tea, just here to stir things up. I should have worn my hat that says I'm just here to break shit. But if you're watching on another platform, I'm actually talking to those folks in the chats, all the chats. Right now, most of them are YouTube, and I don't know. We'll see if my compiler is working tonight. Who knows? It's a hit or miss proposition sometimes on that damn thing. It's really starting to piss me off, but it is what it is. But how you guys doing tonight, by the way? Spades. You know, that's That's a game that I've played only once or twice, Jim. I'm still, you know, I know some of you are Uno fans. Now that's classified as a card game as well. I just happen to have one of those handy, is why I brought it up. It's a great drunk game because you don't have to you don't have to have your faculties in order much to play Uno. Although house rules will screw you up. I want to hear about your house rules. What difference in specific card games do you throw into the mix when you do house rules? That's what I want to know. There are all sorts. All sorts. Hello, Pixby, Teaching and Learning. How you doing? We are talking cards tonight, folks. Those card games that you enjoy playing, those card games you enjoy watching. I know there for a long while, I was a huge poker tournament watching fan. Of course, I played too, but it's one of those things where it was almost as fun to watch as it was to play, because you learn so much when you watch the experts doing that. And of course, the commentary from past pros helps a great deal. Hello, David, the producer. How are you? Welcome to the show. Uno, drinking game. Yes, exactly. Who else drinks on whenever a wild card's played in Uno? Oh yeah, Kings is a great drinking game. Now I've never done that, Champworks. I've never drank playing Kings. And of course, you know what is the lowest common denominator card game? It's really just draw, right? One draws one, the other draws another one. High card wins. That's about the lowest common denominator you can get. Hello, Stacey Morgan. How you doing? Welcome to the show, man. Oh, a huge Card Sharks guy. Now Card Sharks I could never get into, Tony, because the cards are too damn big. I don't know if that's a criteria for not watching a show, but you know, I'm just gonna say it. I was left a little uncomfortable by how large those cards are on Card Shark. They're just unnaturally large. Oh man, you'd think I was high on meds, because all I want to do is just sit back and bullshit, if that's okay. I've had the weirdest couple of days. Yes, War. Oh, who remembers War? Anyone? That's actually a game that starts out real easy, and then when it comes down to War, everyone's got questions. It's not that hard, folks. 3 down, 1 up. High card wins the booty. I mean, it's just that simple. Oh man, what else can I say about cards? It doesn't. I don't know. Who else here plays euchre? I didn't see anyone say anything about euchre. It's arguably one of the best games in town. Euchre, lame sauce? No, Adam. Euchre's not lame sauce. Euchre is chock full of strategy. I mean, it's a ton of I would say mind reading, or at least with your partner. You gotta figure out what they're thinking. And of course, if you know Hoyle, if you've read the laws of probability, then you're a good euchre player. Well, you can be if you hello, Danita. How are you? From Tennessee. Welcome to the show. Watching us from Facebook. That's awesome. We are just we're talking cards here, or at least I am, and the chats. Danita, if you haven't already, you could head over to YouTube. Type in Video Call-In Show. You will find us, and I would appreciate a subscribe and a bell ring so you don't miss any more episodes. Facebook is on and off for broadcasting, but I do broadcast quite a bit on Facebook. It's just easier for me to interact with the crowd when they're on YouTube, and I'll I'll just say that right now, Facebook. I will just say that right now. Same way with the rest of them. Awesome. Hello, JD Tremaine. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Guys, the video lines are open, by the way. Feel free to jump in and let me know what your favorite card games are and why. Tell me what your least favorite card games are and why. Learned how to play euchre in jail. Wow, yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. I played it a bit before the military. Crazy Eights. That's awesome. I played a lot of euchre, but not a great deal before I went into, well, yes, I did actually. But I didn't really get serious until I was in the military in the mid 80s. You know, because when you're in the military, the first thing you learn is 90% of your time is hurry up and wait. And, you know, what better way to pass the time than to break out a deck of cards, preferably cards that had enemy aircraft identification or enemy transport identification silhouettes on them so you could learn them. And I bet I could name off a great deal of those if I still had a set. And I used to have the aircraft set. I don't know what I did with it. It's got to be around here somewhere. I'm looking on my desk as though I keep all my shit on this desk, and I don't. Hello, Patty. How are you? Good to see you. I'm just glad you're here. I know it's for a short time, hon, but I'm just glad you came. Do not do not feel bad about stopping by. I appreciate you guys thinking about me and wanting to see what's going on. Hello, Danny. I love how Not So Morning Show has to delineate between Danny, Scotty, and I forget the Aussie's name, but I find that hilarious. That's great. Good to see you, Danny, as always. You know, I could sit here and shuffle these cards and talk for hours if that's what you want me to do. You know. Oh, it's a flash raid too. How you doing, Mr. Lodak? Good to see you. Ohio Relic Hunter. Awesome, guys. We are talking cards tonight. Well, at least I'm talking cards tonight. Yes. What is your favorite card games? Why and why? Now, I love poker. I remember I was just telling you a minute ago that I like to watch professional poker happening, and that is true. I've been in a couple tournaments. I didn't like how it turned out for me, so I don't do a whole lot of tournaments. I mean, you want to talk about a thinking man's sport, man? That thing is unbelievable. All right, let's do this. Let's bring in my first guest. All I gotta do is choose a name. Let's see. What was your name again? Oh yeah.
My name?
I'm jacked with you, man. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good, man. Doing good. You?
Oh, I can complain, but I'll refrain. Ooh, man, I just made that up. Is somebody writing this shit down?
I'm not. I don't write fucking anything down.
It's good to see you, Tony. What's new and exciting in the Viewed This world?
I'm just continuing on my fat face tour this week, showing up on live videos with no facial hair.
Fat face tour.
Nothing much going on. I got the nicest comment I've ever gotten on YouTube today.
Really? Do tell.
I got it 3 weeks ago, but it was in my spam. Like I was like, what the hell? And I was going through today. You know, you go through and you got to go. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't done it in so long. I was like, holy crap, I had like hundreds.
Oh, man.
You know? It was easy because like 90% of them it was, you know, I'm new to your channel. Make sure you come check out mine and subscribe back. Yeah, delete. Like, man, if half those people actually did subscribe to my channel, I'd have a lot more subscribers than I have right now.
Yeah,
so shit they are.
Pro tip, guys, don't do that. Just don't do that.
Oh, I saw you over on such and such.
Yeah.
I'm gonna support you. I watched your video. Come to my house and knock on my door. It's like, what are you, an ass? What is wrong with you? You know? So yeah, this here, I'll read it to you real quick. Hold on, I just gotta find it. Here it is. So the comment says, now this is a cool with like 17 O's channel. Original, fun, entertaining. Do you want more? Question mark. Great content. I will definitely continue delighting myself on your side. Love discovering new natural talent on YouTube. Well done. Such a nice comment, isn't it?
It is nice.
Seriously.
It is nice. Now see, that's how it's done.
Comment.
That's how it's done, folks.
Yeah, see, Patty, the same way. I found it and I was like, oh man, I felt like such a dink. So I responded immediately to it and said, I'm sorry, this is in my spam box, you know. But I had to tweet it out. It was such a beautiful comment. And then the guy who I put the video out on today, he left me a really nice comment today too, which I'm very happy with.
Oh, and that was
it was Ian from Stillwinter.
Oh, Stillwinter, yeah, Stillwinter Nation. Yeah. Sure, absolutely.
So, and thank you, Adam. Crap, my dad makes me watch. He tried. You know, Ian's stream just flies, and Adam was over there trying his best to say, "You just sent me," but the thing's just flying, and Ian's not paying attention. You know, we trying to, but you know what I mean. But I ran into him later on. I was over for Tech Talk Tuesday, and he was in there. I was like, "Hey, man," I was like, "You got to go check out my latest video." He was like, "Okay," and then he disappeared. Yeah. And then he came back later, and he was like, "Wow, that was pretty cool." He was pretty happy. So it's good, man. He's a great guy, man, and he seems like a great guy. He could be a mass murderer. I don't fucking know. He's probably a great guy. Yeah, if any of you guys don't know who he is, by all means, check him out. What a great channel. Fun, interactive. It's on in the afternoon. It doesn't conflict with any other shows that you watch, I don't think. So you guys are good to go.
Yeah, his streams are really, really quick moving and just a lot of fun. I mean, he has fun doing what he can do. You can tell he's having a lot of fun doing what he's doing.
I've been hanging out in there for a while.
Have you?
And it was like the first time I was in there. I've been hanging out in there like a month and a half, whatever. It's been a little while now. The first time I found it, though, I went in there and it was like, you know, whatever the category was. And I'm trying to get recognized, so I'm being funny. I tend to try to be funny sometimes. And not always. And whatever the answer was, it was like he was looking for something starting with the letter N. Then I said nipple, and then I got timed out. So what the fuck? So I got timed out, right? So like 5 minutes later, I finally come back, and I'm like, this is the kind of stream that we're in here, where I got to be careful of everything I say. And I swear to God, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna lay low. So I sat back and just watched for like 20 minutes, and thought to myself, if this is how this is gonna go, I'm not gonna come hang out in this place. And then I started watching more and more and realized that, like, it's, you know, you got mods that, just like any stream, you got mods that are a little overactive, but for the most part, but everybody was having a great time. I jumped back in and said having fun, and I'm glad I did it that way and didn't just say screw it, you know. Yeah. And oddly enough, as I was going through some of his videos to rip off his content to use in my video, that's what I do.
Me without the shameless plug overlay. Damn.
I found a clip of him saying, "Oh no, what happened? We timed out so and so." It was somebody totally different. He's like, "For saying nipple?" And he's like, "People can say nipple here. What's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a perfect clip." So I threw that in there. But
take every advantage, man.
Hey, Brandon, Brandon, I'm well aware of who you are, man. You are my favorite new stalker. It's me, Brandon from Twitter. Hey, over here. It's me. It's Brandon. Hey, Brandon from Twitter. How you doing, buddy? I know who you are, man. I'm a very busy person. And
yeah, it's not easy doing this.
I can't drop the ball for one person, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I will get to you, man. I promise.
It's so not easy to balance this between things that actually, you know, keep food on the table. So you got to be patient, Brandon. Got to be patient.
Get what you want me to do. What's the message for you? If you let me know. Yes, I'll let you know. So you made a very quick video and basically told me about your channel, and then you said now you're watching View This. My channel name is not View This; it's Viewed This. Oh, so changes. That's what I was saying. You need to change the name so that you're actually using. You know, I mean, I'm letting you promote yourself on my channel. You should at least know my channel name. That's why I look at it. So, yeah, if you want to do it again, and you know, and I saw you said something about me putting putting a thing over it with the right name. Come on, it's not, you know. I don't know what's going on, man. I get it, bro. I get it. You're young and you're new to this, man.
Yeah.
So just take your time, man. Take your time, Brandon. And
Patience.
when you're ready and you feel like your channel's ready, make me another video, man, and I'll be happy to promote you. I really will.
Yep.
But bombard me with messages doesn't give an answer any faster. That's for everybody, and I'm sure everybody feels the same way too. Nobody likes to get bombarded. So, but just take it easy, man. Go slow. I'll get back to you, brother. I will. I promise. All right.
With the exception of the video calling shows when it comes to topics.
What's that mean?
No, you said no. You said everybody hates to be bombarded. I said except for the video calling show when it comes to submitting topics.
That's true. Very true. My monkey mug.
We had some folks. Oh, nice.
It's almost time to break out. I can't wait. It is time. I gotta break it out.
Well, while you're doing that, I want to say hello to Wendell. Wendell hadn't been around for a while. I've seen him in the Facebook, the YouTubers Lounge, the Creators Lounge, just recently. So good to see you again, Wendell. And Baby Girl Mining Company. We also have. I saw Ed in here. There he is, flashing your pan. How you doing, Ed? Thanks for the raid, my friend. Dirty D's. Thank you all. Jesse Mendez. Thank you all for being here. And also on the farm with JT. JT, are you the same JT that was working with Manic Magic? Let me know in the chat, will you? JT. Good to see you here, by the way. On the farm with JT.
Oh.
Used to be JT the farmer, I think. Now I don't want to assume anything, but I want to know that. I want him to tell me. Good kid. I did a guest cut with him for a long time ago. He was on the show many moons ago, actually.
Yeah, you know what you need to do.
All right.
You gotta give me a wrench on my other channel, man. What?
Oh yeah, I know. In fact,
next time I'm in here,
I know, right? I don't know if I've seen you chat much with your other handle, so I didn't even think about it.
It's all right. It's all right. I was just busting your ass.
I know you were.
Stacey Morgan, he's an incredible individual.
Yes, he is.
See his video today?
I did. I want one of those
awesome.
eyeballs. Did you see my comment? One of those eyeballs. Do want. God, the deformity that thing went through was amazing. I don't know if I've ever seen one that supple. Can I say supple on this show? Yes, I can. It's my show.
You can't use an eggplant emoji anymore. You can say supple.
Saw that too. So eggplant, is that what I'm hearing? I didn't get to watch his show. Eggplant.
The wink emoji, the sweat emoji, because people put that at the end of the eggplant, like it's, well, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the sweat. Yeah. What else? The wink emoji.
So that's supposed to be too dirty for
like the I don't know, kind of screwed up face gimmick, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, but yeah, you can't. I don't know. It's stupid. Everything's stupid.
Everything's stupid.
You know, and of course, and nobody's gonna ban them. Nobody's banning them.
Yeah.
They're just, if you use them, you're gonna get fucking shadow banned. So you're not gonna know you're banned. You're just like, if I throw out a tweet and I use the eggplant, then for a week or so, every tweet I send out, nobody will see it. They'll just shadow ban. So that's what's gonna happen. Yes, it's all shadow banning on all these social media platforms. So not only are these coward pricks going to block all this stuff, but they're not even going to tell people they're blocking it. They're just going to shadow ban you for it.
You got to be kidding me. That's where we're going now.
Yep.
Jesus. Well, you know, that's a great segue into tomorrow night's show, which is the PC rewrites of classic songs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Started.
Yeah. Well, that's
started about Baby It's Cold Outside.
Well, I can't do it. Can't get you started tonight, but tomorrow night.
I won't.
Tomorrow night, Tony, we can get you started on that one. That to me falls right in line with what you were just saying about the emojis. Well, I haven't heard a lot about the emojis, so I'm interested in finding out now, and interested in getting my blood to boil again. But God, that. So that's where we're at now.
I stopped today to get a coffee while I was working.
Mm-hmm.
And it was yesterday. I stopped yesterday to get a coffee, and I went into the store to get the coffee. I walk up to the counter, my coffee, because that's what I was there for.
Yeah, coffee.
And this woman is working. She's got the red hair, you know. Sorry, Pia, but you know how good that looks. was waiting to bust Pia's ass or something. That wasn't even a good one. But no, she had like long hair, but it was just like red on top. She had like a visor on. And then like the hair was long in the back, and it was like gray and black hanging out the back, so it looked really bad. So it wasn't all like, you know, uniform. So I go walking up, and they got like these god awful like pointy fingernails, like pointy, and they're all different colors, and the paint job on them is nasty. Like I was like, God damn, girl, I can paint my nails better than that. I don't paint my nails like they were bad. Like there was paint all up on the finger and stuff. It looked shitty. When are you gonna pull that card out, man? I realize this is like the best, worst card trick ever, because you can see in the monitor what card it was. So you're looking at the monitor, laughing your ass off, going, okay, I know what it is.
Well, I wasn't looking at the monitor.
Anyway, so I get up to the counter, and I put the coffee down, and the woman looks at me and she goes, "Is that all, just coffee?" I go, "Oh, shit.
Oh.
It's a dude."
Uh-oh.
So I looked and said, "Yes, ma'am. It's ma'am. I know it's ma'am. Yes, ma'am." And I walked up to her. Yeah, that was weird. It was a big, because, I mean, dude was like 6'3". It was like a big dude. But with some blush on his face, some pink hair just on top, and then the gross fingernails. I don't know. But I don't have red in my head, Pia says. Come on, Pia, you trying to tell me the curtains don't match the carpet? Anyway.
No.
Easy. Don't go there. We're talking card games.
Card games.
Card games. So yeah, I used to play euchre.
Yeah.
And when I lived in Florida, I was a bartender, and I met people from all over the country. So when it would get slow, or when I get off shift, I'd go sit and we'd all play cards together. And I had two dudes from Ohio. They taught me how to play euchre. And I taught them how to play pitch, which is just another version of euchre, kind of, just like spades is, and hearts. I mean, there's like fucking 18 derivatives of that damn game. You know? Yeah. So they would teach me how to play euchre, and I caught on real quick. They're like, man, nobody ever catches on this quick. It's a really hard game, like, because it's just like fucking pitch. It's just like the game I'm going to teach you in a minute. You're going to catch on that really easy. It's the Northeast version of euchre. It's called pitch. You know? Some other games that I like are 3-card murder, scat, Indian. Big fan of Indian. I love poker, Texas Hold'em. I play blackjack, but it's not like a favorite of mine.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I just saw that there was no carpet.
Oh, there isn't. Oh.
Piqued my interest there for a second.
Well, how you doing?
Burn. Anyway. Yeah. Hey, Joey, how you doing?
Oh, wait a minute. That's Dirty D's. Oh, shit.
Yes, Dirty D's.
How you doing, Dirty D's? What's up, Dirty D's? I love that guy. He's a good guy, man. He's one of the best down-to-earth son of bitches on this platform.
I believe he's been on one of my panel shows, too.
I don't know. He's a good dude, though.
He
man.
is.
He really is.
He
There's
is.
Good people on this platform.
Absolutely.
There's some real shit bags out there, too, but we're not going to talk about them.
We could. We're only 28 minutes in.
Oh, I got this idea for a video. I'm totally doing it. Totally. I'll tell you, because, I mean, there's still other people out there. I was going to be on the other channel anyways, and nobody watches that channel, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm putting out my video, the top 5 biggest drama bitches that I've met on YouTube.
Top 5 biggest drama bitches.
Top 5 biggest drama bitches.
Oh, man.
So, here's how it's going to go. I'm gonna record the video, but I'm gonna bleep out all the names, and I'm gonna box out my mouth so you can't see what I'm saying.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna wait. And I'm gonna wait and see, kind of what
the reaction is?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see what the reaction is, because some of the names will be shorter and longer, and you know what I mean. And I want to see people try to guess, And then I'm gonna release the actual video, unedited. I'm going to release it. But when I record the video, I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to stop there. And,
you don't want to say too much.
But I am going to release the video after a week or whatever. I will release the unedited version of the video.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. Ganna's name may or may not be on there. Doesn't matter.
Speaking of Ganna, she just walked in. How you doing, Ganna? Pixelpia plays Canasta. I've never played Canasta.
Oh, I've played Canasta too.
Have you?
It's a great game. Yeah. Oh, dude, if it's a card game, I've played it somewhere, and I've never been in jail either.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
I told Brad knows the rest of the idea. He said the idea is great. I've told Brad the whole idea, so I'll hit you up. I'll shoot you a Twitter message or something.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But Ahmed, how you doing, brother man?
Who?
Another good dude, Ahmed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It looks like Gary from Brand Aerials jumped in. How you doing, Gary? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Oh boy. So do you ever play Indian?
No, I haven't.
My boss was just saying the other day, like once a month, my boss and my sales manager, my general sales manager at my company, the only two guys that are, not the only two, but the two guys in sales that are ahead of me, you know what I mean, above me, and then I got some equals. But they get together like once a month with a bunch of other guys, and they play cards, and it's it's $20 buy-in. You get some chips, and they pass the cards on the table. It's dealer's choice. Hi, Ganna.
Mm-hmm.
It's dealer's choice. You put whatever you want. So I was like, so I could be like, hey, we're gonna do 5-card poker, 2 draw, and 9s and 10s are wild. And they're like, yeah, whatever you want, man. I was like, oh, I love it. We used to play. That's how we used to play with my friends when I was a kid. We'd play with baseball cards. We'd gamble baseball cards, basketball cards, football cards. And we just play Indian. So Indian, there we go. Anybody who gets butthurt by racist things may not want to listen to this, because I'm sure someone's going to consider this to be racist. Indian, everybody gets a card and you put it on your forehead, hold it up, so it looks like a feather sticking up.
Yeah.
That's the racist part. I'm sorry. I don't think it is, but
yeah, it's not racist.
Right. Somebody thinks it is. I'm sure.
I'm sure somebody out there is. Yeah.
I'm sure
They're falling all over themselves to be offended.
Holds it up. If you got a greasy, sweaty forehead like mine, you can just stick it to the forehead. Like a picture of my son. It sticks like that. Look, it's little Noah. Little Noah.
Yeah. By the way, this is parental consent.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody comes on with their kids, especially when they're stuck to their forehead, that's automatic parental consent. I don't have to worry about COPPA on that one. So good.
Yeah, no COPPA.
No COPPA.
But
the COPPA.
COPPA. Get to the COPPA.
Get to the COPPA. That's my best Schwarzenegger.
But everybody gets a card and you slap it on your forehead, and you start. So like if I'm the dealer, you go to the left of the dealer and you go around the table. So the first guy looks around and you can take a card from the person on your left or the person on your right. So the more people that play, the better off it is. So you look at what each person's got and you decide, are you taking their card? And there's a couple different ways to play. So you can either take a card of one of your neighbors, or you can choose a new card, or you can stay. That's one version. The usual version is once the cards are dealt, they're dealt. So you can either steal from your neighbor or keep what you got. So you can see everybody's card, but we have no idea what your card is.
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea behind it. So so you might have a tour in your head, and it's great because it's all about the fake out, like staring at somebody, checking out their card, like I want that fucking card. Wait till it gets around. Then the guy, when it gets to the guy's like, keeping it, because he thinks he's got a good one. And then you're like, well, I certainly don't want his card.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes, anyways.
Well, what's the object?
Is to have the best card. So you just
at the end,
round, you go around, you either steal your neighbor's card or you stay. When it gets back to the dealer, he can steal from the guy he dealt to first, or the guy he dealt to, his left or right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, and then everybody looks and puts their cards on. Whoever's got the best card wins the pot.
Awesome.
Such a shitty game, but it is awesome.
Well, there was another game like that where you had to guess who they were. You do the same thing. You pick out like cards that had some sort of object or occupation. slap at your forehead, and everybody else had to, or you had to guess who you were, or something like that. I can't remember, but that's what it reminded me of.
It's kind of like What's My Line, but with
counts. Yeah, exactly.
Junk Food Alley, what's going on, brother? You know who that is, right?
Where do you see Junk Food Alley?
Why just am I not popped seeing... in the chat here.
Oh yeah, right beneath Grata de Ortiz. How you doing? Junk Food Alley. Welcome to the show, man. Both of you. Welcome.
Do you know who Junk Food Alley is?
I do not, actually.
I guess it's okay. I mean, yeah, it's that's Tony's Reviews. That's his other channel.
Well, of course I know Tony.
He like beats the shit out of food. I don't know. He's got gloves on, and he builds like stuff, and then he smashes it. And it's a bizarre ass channel. I absolutely love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was watching a little bit today on the road.
Well, Tony, good to see you, man.
What the hell? Yeah. So, good job, Tony.
Oh, that's weird. I don't even get a go-to.
You're not gonna go to.
Yeah, go to channel. I only have moderator options when I in this new live bullshit thing.
Oh yeah. I don't like the new upload video gimmick either.
Oh, I hate that damn thing.
Everybody always cries when something changes. Yeah. I'm always like, whatever. I just conform. What I don't like about it is that if you have, like, I have TubeBuddy, right? Mm-hmm. So I use TubeBuddy to for my keywords and stuff, No, not with the new bullshit uploader gimmick.
Yeah.
So first of all, unless you scroll down to the bottom of every page, because it puts you through like 4 steps, you miss shit.
Yeah.
And your keywords are on your first page or first or second page, and they're way down the bottom. Because I got all the way through, and I published the video, and I was like, well, this is stupid. I have to publish the video, and then I have to go back and add keywords. This makes no sense.
Yeah.
And then when I went to put up another video the next day, that's when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
But your TubeBuddy doesn't work in there.
Yeah.
So you have to wait and go back and then do it in post-production.
Mm-hmm.
That is stupid. Why? I just don't understand it.
I'm the same way. And like I said, I'm an early adopter as well, man. I don't mind change when the changes are good. Not at all. I'll learn it. Like beta. I was working a little bit with Classic, YouTube Studio Classic, and then they came out with beta. I went immediately over to beta and found that I liked a lot more of that than I did Classic. Stuck with it for the almost the entire time, and then they go ahead and fuck around and change it again, and I think it's gotten worse since they've released it.
It feels like every time I turn around, it seems like every time I turn around, YouTube's fucking me in the ass with a big rubber dick breaking off and beating me with the rest of it. You know what I mean? It's kind of how I feel.
Oh, thanks for painting that picture.
Yes, I'm sorry, man. I forget you're monetized. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Listen,
it's after 10 o'clock, so I think
listen. If it tells me it's not suitable for all advertisers, that means YouTube's not going to be raking in cash either, and I'm okay with that because I'm not raking in cash.
Well, we talked about this. I think it was on the panel one time, whatever, about how I watched the Joe Cronin show.
Yeah.
And that guy's vile, and you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
And he's still, like, I was just on there the other night, and I was like, no, he's definitely getting YouTube super chats as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on there talking about, it's a wrestling show.
Yeah.
And he's talking about wrestling, and he's talking about some wrestler. He's like, oh my God, he's like, the guy pisses me off, and he was talking about something, and like, about some wrestler or something. Then he was talking about this other guy who does like similar to what he does, or I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to screw it up, but basically, like, he was raging about something. I can't remember what it was. And I love it when I tune into a show and he's in like mid rage. It's like one of my favorite things. When I was like, hey, Joe's in mid rage. He was going nuts, and he was like, and he was yelling, and he was calling this person a faggot.
Oh man.
Like going on. He's like, oh, fucking bastard, blah blah blah, and going on and on. And then I'm watching the super chats fly through, and I'm like, and somebody told me,
no, super chats don't change. You have to do something really egregious. It's the ads up front. They won't do any personalized ads if the content is deemed not worthy for most advertisers. So you
can still be monetizable, but they just won't put an ad on you. People can still super chat you. Because that night when I was talking about it in a group of people, I mentioned something about it, and somebody was saying, no, if they're swearing, he can't get super chats, he can't do this, he can't do that. And I don't know. I was like, that's not what's happening because I'm there.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all.
Yeah.
I don't think it's it doesn't rely on content necessarily, unless it's been determined that your content is really bad. Subjective opinion, of course, on YouTube's part, but other than that, if it's just adult conversation, I don't think they'll strip you of super chats.
I gotta ask Junk Food Alley a question real quick. You're still gonna do both channels, right? I just want to make sure that we can still see him review like glow in the dark toilet seats with disco balls that light up your nutsack and wipe your ass for you.
I've seen a lot of Tony's reviews. I'm hoping that's not one of them.
Tony's great, man. He really
I know. Farmer on the farm with JT. Did you ever answer my question on? I didn't see if you were JT Farmer, the same guy. I want to know. And Phil Harvey, I'm not big leaguing you, man. Just
David,
so you know. Patience, my friend.
Who's waiting in the wing?
Phil Harvey.
Oh, I see how it is, Phil. Bastard. That's it, huh? I see how it. Hey.
David, you're the second one to say your favorite card game is strip poker. My son was the first.
It's an awfully risque message you're sending there, gamer.
What happened? Oh, yes, it is.
Yes.
Uh-oh, it's all over now. Shut down the stream. How you doing, gamer?
What's up, gamer? Oh, boy.
Tony says yes, he is doing both channels. So cool.
Good. It's okay. As long as Phil's the only one waiting, I don't mind. I like Phil. He seems like a nice guy, but I know this will give him a chance to rub one out before he comes on. So
I just need a buzzer with demonetized pop up. I'll just do it as an overlay.
What you get it doesn't change. Anyway, but I wanted to talk about Indian and 3-card murder. 3-card murder is just like one of the dumbest games. That's where you just you deal 3 cards everybody, and you're like, oh, who's got the best hand? You throw them all down. The best hand wins the pot. 3-card murder.
Well, that in the name.
Oh man, Go Fish, Crazy Eights, War.
Oh,
we talked about those. Those were all great.
Yeah.
All,
Absolutely.
And of course, then when you talk drinking games, you got like a whole nother bevy of games.
Oh, entirely.
You got Asshole. You got Up the River, Down the River.
I've done that one.
You got, just the basic high-low. It's going to be high or low.
Yeah,
no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Drink that entire beer and take 5 shots of tequila.
By the way, if I guess the card that I pulled at the head of the stream, will everybody share this stream?
I don't know. If you pull it, I'm going to lie to you and tell you it's not the right one anyway.
Is that your card?
Oh, you son of a bitch. How'd you do it?
Damn it. Worst card game ever. Our card trick.
Lord, that was amazing. The Jack of Clubs, it really pulls the whole room together.
I can't believe you did it.
Bring the tear to my eye. He pulled that. Man, I tell you, I thought Adam from Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch was the best guy I know about. Look at that. There it is again.
Right out of my ass.
They call it the callback. It's amazing. I believe I signed my card, Jim, so I don't know what's going on, but
well, yeah, this card, it actually did have all the signatures of people in the chat, but you know you know how Sharpies are nowadays. They just don't make them the way they used to.
They just don't. You're
no.
Right.
Oh, wait, we used to dry erase. I'm sorry. Leave it to me.
I prefer to write my name on a card in crayon. It's my implement of calligraphy of choice.
Calligraphy pen of choice. Burnt umber Crayola.
My favorite game is credit card payment avoidance, says gamer.
That's a good game. It's a little tough to win, but it is a ton of fun. I'll give him that.
My favorite card game lately has been not sending Christmas cards. You know how much money you send by not sending Christmas cards?
You mean money you save?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh
yeah. We did it a couple of years, and we get, you get all the cards printed. it's $100 and something because you got to get the ones with the kids. You can't just buy a bunch of fucking cards with fat ass and a half melted snowmen that look like me. That's right.
Oh, Pia, dropping the bombs on you.
And what is that?
Dropping the bombs on you.
He puts me to sleep. Yeah. Listen, if you haven't noticed, Pia's fucking hated me since day one. I just try to be nice. It's okay. Anyway, yeah, you got to print all those damn cards, and then you got to send them out and stamps. So
oh yeah,
they're like $4 a piece now, right?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I sent anything through snail mail that was an envelope.
It's literally cheaper to hire some teenage kid on a 10-speed to drive around the country and deliver these fucking things.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Some of them do it for a great price.
All right, well, so between Mr. Lodak and Pixel P, I think I'll take the fucking hint and get out of here.
Well, thanks, man. It's
I'm not gonna drop bomb you like I normally do. I'm gonna say goodnight.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Thanks for sharing the your card prowess. I'll say, for lack of a better term.
Absolutely. All right. Have a good evening.
You too, bud.
Thanks,
see ya.
Man. Hey, do me a favor, will you? Tell Phil Harvey I said hi.
I will. Later.
I'll see you, Jim.
Always a pleasure having Tony on. Story time. And some of those card games he pulled right out of nowhere. I don't think I've ever heard some of those before, but they sound interesting. And then others are called something else when you're in different locales. All right. Oh, and he dropped off. Well, it's just you and me, folks. I tell you what, it's 10:46. I've got a raging. Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected. Let's try this again. You there? Wait. Yes, Phil. How you doing, man?
How's it going? What happened?
I don't know. You dropped right off. I was actually setting it up and getting your name up there, and then poof, you were gone.
Oh, dang.
Are you on your phone?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, sometimes that'll happen. So how you doing, man?
Oh, just about to do some editing for my channel and whatnot. So
cool.
Yeah. It's pretty fun, actually. I like it.
Yeah. Have any card games that you like to play?
Ooh. Actually, I do want to get on that. There's a few that I might have in mind. I was just talking to this one gal on Snapchat. She was playing this game called Solitaire, and I told her, I was like, that game, I haven't played that in years, and I just remember back in the old Windows XP, like, I don't know, the old window days where it was like, there was Spider Solitaire and all that, and whatnot, and I actually used to enjoy that game a lot. My mom does.
Yeah, I did too, and I think they still package that with Windows. Although I don't think I've played it since I don't know, Windows 7 maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what the new Windows looks like, honestly. So.
Are you a Mac guy?
Mac?
Or are you just using an old PC? Old OS.
Like as of right now or back then?
No, now.
Oh, actually, here, I can actually show you real quick. I hope you do not mind the mess that's going to come in front. But here's my PC.
Are those beers?
And there's my Mac.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually Game Deal.
Oh, good Lord, dude. That's a shitload of energy right there.
Oh, I don't care. I mean, it's funny how I actually drink and smoke those. It's like, dang.
Now, do those contain sugar? Like real sugar?
Well, I mean, high fructose corn syrup, but
yeah,
obviously.
close enough.
Yeah, how can you consider real sugar in such a major brand like Mountain Dew? Because it is Mountain Dew, basically.
Oh, it is? Okay. Wow, that's... hope that's not just this evening's take.
Well, here's the weird part about these. So these caps, right? So you see this.
Yeah.
You pop, you I can't even tell where I'm angling.
No, you're fine.
You did just slide it.
Really?
Cool.
I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think that's like the most brilliant idea they ever had, because it's like, honestly, it helps prevent for like all the bacteria that would actually seep into it.
Uh-huh.
Because with bottles, however, now with their caps, it's like the only problem they have is, well, you can lose a cap easily.
Oh yeah. I can't tell you. See, I like to rip mine off when I open a pop. I can't stand. I loved the old pop tops. You know, the ones that pulled off in triangles and you could make Christmas tree garland with. But ever since they moved to these, which I believe was the early 80s, I friggin' hate them. So I literally pop each one of them off. And I can't tell you how many that have dropped back into the mouth hole. And I've had to be very careful. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I used to done that before, but I was very ignorant at the time because it was more in the line of how did it all go down. It was just, it's like, yeah, I didn't really care for it. I just thought it was pretty cool that it fell in there, and it's like, oh, you know, it's like a little piece that, like, you know, sunk in. And then somebody kept telling me, it's like, well, you're going to choke one day, and it's like, nah, that'll be fun.
Well,
but with kids, they're very mystery, because when you think about it, I saw this video of this guy drinking an energy drink, Monster,
mm-hmm.
and he found a dead rat in there.
You found a what? Dead rat?
Yeah, a dead rat. Literally, a dead freaking rat in an energy drink.
There are a lot of those stories out there. I don't know how many of those I believe, though. Honestly,
I think they just want money.
Oh yeah, looking for a lawsuit.
Oh my gosh! So like, there was another one too, and it was about this house mother. I can guarantee that she wanted more lifetime supplies of these Campbell's. It was like Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and I think when she was making it one day for her son, I think she ended up finding like a roach, like a dead roach within the soup, and I'm like, dude, come on now.
Well, that funny about that is the rat I don't buy, but the roach I can almost buy, because if you ever read what is allowed per I don't know, per 100 or 1,000 gallons in your foodstuffs, like there's a certain number of mouse turds and rat turds and roaches and legs and all kinds of stuff. There's a certain amount that you're allowed to have before it's deemed unconsumable. It would turn your stomach. Don't read that. Don't do that search on the internet to find out what the yeah.
Believe me, you have no idea that I honestly would give zero fucks about, honestly.
Well, seriously, I can see a roach showing up in something. Now, whether or not that was actually planted later, I don't know, but I can actually see that actually happening in some sort of foodstuffs. The laws of probability would say it'd have to happen quite a bit, actually, because they can't watch everything. Yeah. And which should scare the hell out of you anyway, because who knows how much of it you've eaten, and we're totally unaware of it.
Oh my gosh!
I just turned everyone's stomach.
I know. No, it's funny because it's like I see multiple things happening in front of me in a video, and again, videos never really convince the public eye of what like each major canned foods are made and how it's made.
Yeah.
Drop something there, Jim?
I did. My e-cig. I thought it was my pop. I was ready for a spill. I lucked out.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's funny. Because I was just watching something about Tabasco sauce earlier, and oh my gosh, it was actually really fascinating.
Yeah.
How they make Tabasco sauce. They actually age the peppers. I never knew you can actually do that.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess I guess it's like a 3-year process.
You dropped out there for a second. We're back.
My phone's about to die soon, so.
Yeah. Well, good timing, actually, because we're almost at 11 o'clock.
I need to probably get back, but other than the card game talk, just going back to it, I like solitaire. I do like Texas Hold'em.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends on how I play. And what games have I been playing lately? Blackjack.
Oh, I love blackjack. I forgot to mention it.
Actually, I was at this casino up in Battle Creek. You ever heard of Firekeepers?
No.
Ooh, you gotta go out there one day.
Yeah.
What about Blade Ship at least?
No.
But anyway, I was out there and I brought $100. I almost lost it. Almost at a cuff table. And then I kind of was a little swamped when it came down to the blackjack table. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to take the last remaining on my money and just play slots. Gained $10. Then I played roulette for a bit. Gained about $60 and then played blackjack again. And then gained another like $30. And I was like, damn. Yeah, oh my gosh. Blackjack was an alright game. I like it. It's just, I'm used to the app version where it can actually help me in guide of how many cards I have and knowing the probability. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah,
unless you're really proficient at counting cards, which, by the way, folks, don't try that at home. Blackjack at a casino can be pretty tough, especially when they've got 4 or 5 decks in that machine, and
it's just gut instincts. Honestly, it's not really counting cards. Like what I do all the time, if I know I have these certain amounts of cards, sometimes I do like count with my fingers. It's not technically like illegal counting. It's just knowing how many is there. Like if you're still math, like you count how many cards you actually have in your hands. It's not really. It's only counting when you're like, the probability, you know the wizardry and all that other stuff behind the deck.
Yeah, and I believe it's still not illegal to count cards. It's frowned upon, but I don't think because it's all mental gymnastics, right? All you're doing is you're keeping track of the cards that have been played, and then doing the math on the probability of what's going to come up next. And as far as I know, it's not even illegal. It's just they hate to see it when somebody's good at it.
Yeah, well, it's like when you stack up to 1,000, then you're just gonna have the pit boss looking over you because, believe me, pit boss. When I was playing roulette one day, I literally walked out nearly $1,000. No bullshit. It was actually pretty awesome. I brought 100, almost lost that 100, gained back 50. Played roulette that one day, $1,000 back later.
Yep. Very cool, man. Very cool.
Oh yeah. Sorry, not to just go off on that, but
don't worry about it. They're in the chat. They're still talking about parts per million, and that's right. That was brought up by who was that? Ohio Relic Hunter said it's ppm, foods with parts per million, and there's just a ton of things that are allowed, a ton of parts per million of certain things.
What does that mean?
Oh, we're going back to the roaches and the the rat and mouse feces and all that kind of stuff. They're allowed a certain number of parts per million, and it's terrifying if you read it.
This is why I'll never own a big chain of like being like a food business guy and selling cans and whatnot, because it's just you're gonna run into complications. It's like when a friend would ask you, "Oh, you want to run a tobacco business?" Never run a tobacco business because you're gonna have so much money lost. It's not even funny. Your investments would be like getting each dollar back. I guess I don't know. I know, just kind of throwing it out there because it's like I don't want to do anything that will involve complications like that.
No, heavens no.
I want to do something simple and knowing that I would not run into too much trouble. Like, I'll have to fight the city for it, but other than that, no problem.
And then you all come around to can't fight City Hall, but fight City Hall whenever it's whenever you're. Oh, you dropped off again, Phil. There you are.
Exactly. Okay. I was looking at something, but I talked to my mom one day about this, and I told her that I actually want to run a wind turbine business. like make the bodies for it.
Uh-huh.
But the problem is that Indiana is facing so much problems about it, and the town I live in currently did not want to propose on that idea to have wind turbines because they think it would be quote unquote eyesores.
Oh yeah, that's always been the argument against them.
God, you have no idea. Somewhere in Ohio, so I don't know if you've been to this area. It's called Vanward, Ohio.
No.
And it's a flatland area. And it's fielded by wind turbines.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, so you want to talk about eyesore? Go to that area and check it out for yourself. Tell me if that's an eyesore for you.
You think people get smart, yeah, but it's always not in my backyard. That's the old NIMBY argument. Not in my backyard, but make it happen. I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, well the problem that people are going to face later down the road is that, hey, you know what? Either you want to continue paying out the electricity bill all your life, or get something more cheap and more efficient.
Right.
That's a wind turbine, and wind turbines, I think it's tax paid.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, not sure.
I'm not sure. All I know is that I think the electricity bill would actually be cut off. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Could be. That would require more research and maybe a future show, Phil.
What's that?
Maybe a future show.
True.
It sounds like a good future show. All right, buddy. If your phone's dying,
yeah, it does. It really
does. And we're at 11 o'clock, I'm
all right.
I have to say goodbyes.
So just to make a quick deal.
Sure.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel.
No, go ahead. It's
and keep this guy getting him subscribers as well. So
thanks, bud. I appreciate that.
I don't want to make it all about me. You're involved too.
Well, Phil, thanks for coming on, man. It was a good conversation. We're having more and more of those, and I love that. You there? Can you hear me? Yeah, you're dying over there. I think your connection's flaking. Are you still good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Peace out.
All right, we'll see you, bud. Take care.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. His connection was dying. Well, thanks for coming on, Phil. I appreciate it. Like I said, Phil's a nice guy. His channel is actually Elite Trader. What is it? It's up in the chat. Phil, go ahead and type something in the chat if you're still with us, and they can go check you out. If that's content that you enjoy, then so be it, and have fun with it. Before I go, I want to say hello to Nugget Ray and Peterson. How you doing? We had a flash raid this evening. That's fantastic. Magic Jones, how you doing? Jason, good to see you, my friend. I don't know, Jason. I don't know why that's okay though. I'm just glad you're here, man. I'm just glad you're here. Well, as you know, it is 11 o'clock, so we're gonna wrap this one up. Don't miss tomorrow night. We touched on it a bit, and we're actually going to hit it pretty hard tomorrow. I want to talk about songs that they are rewriting for reasons of political correctness. That's tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. Don't miss it, folks. Yes, Elite Trader. There it is. He needs more energy cans, so visit his channel and help him finance some of that. Good Lord, that was a lot, Phil. Well, I want to thank Tony and Phil for coming on. I want to thank all you guys in the chat. I saw a lot of good conversation about parts per million. Ohio Roller Gunner says, in some countries, our parts per million is considered a main course. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. But as far as card games go, we mentioned most of my favorites. I'd forgotten all about blackjack. How did I forget about blackjack? It's usually what I gravitate to when I go to a casino, which is rare. I'm not a huge gambler, but look for that show soon because I want to know if you guys are big gamblers. But for now, that's going to do it for us. Thanks to everyone, both my guests and guys in the chat. Thanks for being here. I plan to be back tomorrow for that rewrite. Thursday show might be out. I don't know. That's on the bubble right now. There's plans being made, but I will leave you with this. Make sure you treat others the way you want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a better place. Good night, folks. We'll see you live.